Hello Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Cancer, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, Cancer, let's get started. How does Cancer currently view this relationship? All right, Cancer, let's see what we got. All right, Cancer, so we do have the Fool, we do have the Page of Wands, and then we also have the Eight of Wands. With the Page of Wands coming out here, I mean, the Page of Wands does represent somebody who's on the receiving end of some sort of news slash communication. I do see you receiving communication here from someone. I just feel like this person that you're receiving communication from, it's somebody that I almost want to say it was someone that you were starting to kind of like forget about is like the best way that I can like describe what it is that I'm kind of feeling here with that full energy. It's someone that you were starting to forget about. Let's look at this person. Let's look at this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? Oof. Well, whoever this person is, it's somebody who has definitely been thinking about you excessively. I feel like you live like rent-free in this human's mind. Whoever this, wait, don't run away from me. Whoever this person is, it could be somebody that you were like in a committed relationship with, somebody that you built a life with, somebody that you shared finances with at some point. But it kind of looks like this person has been thinking about you, like I said, excessively. But I don't feel like, because I am definitely getting that things did come to an end, right, between you and this person. But I feel like when things did come to an end between you and this person, you didn't really find yourself thinking about this person a whole lot. Like, you find yourself thinking about this person, like, you know, from time to time, but I don't feel like you were thinking about this person as much as they were thinking about you. And who knows, maybe it's because you were keeping yourself extremely busy slash occupied. I mean, that could explain why you weren't really thinking about this person as much as they were thinking about you. But with the Ace of Pentacles to the Three of Swords to the Nine of Pentacles, I am getting that they were very heartbroken when this relationship between the two of you came to an end. With the Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, I don't necessarily feel like this person wanted to essentially start over by any means, but it kind of looks like they had no choice, you know, but to start over is what I'm getting. Which is kind of making me feel like you're the one that kind of ended this, just saying. But I feel like when you did end this, like, it really did break their heart because they really didn't want to start over. They really did not want to start over. Like, they don't want to go through the whole process of, so what's your favorite food? And, you know, what foods are you allergic to? And what's your favorite color? Like, they just didn't want to fucking go through that. It's kind of what I'm getting. They didn't want to go through that. So they were really hoping that their relationship with you was going to last the test of times, but it kind of looks like that didn't really happen. Yeah, that really didn't happen. But let's see why this person's extending themselves to you nonetheless, though. You know, I feel like this person has been trying to focus on them, you know what I mean, and their money and, you know, things like that. But even then, they still kind of find themselves thinking about you, you know, and what they once upon a time had with you. But let's see what this person wants. Let's see. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. Okay. You have the Seven of Wands. Came out in the reverse. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. You have the King of Swords. And then we also have the Nine of Pentacles. This to me just kind of feels like an energy of them finally deciding to like cave in and break their silence. So that's kind of telling me that when this relationship came to an end, they were definitely forcing themselves to like not call you, not text you, not look for you, but it looks like they're finally deciding to cave in and extend themselves to you. Okay. I do want to look at this Nine of Pentacles energy for whatever odd reason. Tell me more about the Nine of Pentacles for whatever odd reason. I want to look at it. Tell me more about the Nine of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. And then we also have the Five of Swords, but it came out in the reverse. We'll see, man, how this plays out, because I feel like you're the Nine of Pentacles in all of this, okay? Nine of Pentacles, you know, can represent somebody who's currently focusing on them, their stability. It could also represent somebody who is really, really enjoying their life right now. And I do feel like since this ending occurred here between the two of you, you've definitely been enjoying, you know, your singlehood. You've definitely been enjoying your life. So I guess we'll see how this all plays out, because I'm like trying to figure out, like, man, does this person even have a fighting chance with you? Because you kind of come off to me as somebody who really does love, you know what I mean? Your life right now. You love being single, and you love being alone, and you know, you just kind of love, you know, just being able to just concentrate on yourself and just focus on yourself, and you know, things of that nature. So we'll see, right, if they do have a fighting chance here. But with the King of Cups coming out here to the Five of Swords in the reverse, they want forgiveness. They want reconciliation. That's the difference, I will say, between you and this person. I don't know if this person is like that, because they kind of strike me as like a relationship type person, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. This is just somebody who more than likely spent the vast majority of their life in a relationship with somebody. So being single and free, you know, to do whatever the hell they want, it's not something that they prefer to do. Like, if this person had the option to be single and alone or be in a relationship, they're going to choose to be in a relationship every single time. With you, it's like with you, it's like, it's kind of different, because I feel like you're that type of person that actually enjoys being single and alone. Like, you don't mind it, you know? Like, there's some people that really do like hate being single and alone, and there's other people who just don't hate being single and alone. And I feel like you're one of those people who don't really hate being single and alone. I feel like you actually enjoy being single and alone. I feel like you enjoy your peace, like, you know what I mean? But I also feel like you enjoy being in a relationship, but only if it's with the right person. That's kind of what I'm getting with you. It's like, only if it's with the right person. Because the moment that person starts to kind of like make you feel like you're just better off being single and alone, you're going to choose to be single and alone every single time. You see what I mean? But this is that type of person that, like, they're kind of different. Like, they're kind of different. Because to them, it's like, it doesn't really matter how bad it gets. They're, you know, still determined, right, to make that relationship, you know, work, because they don't want to go back to being single and alone. So that's the thing. That's the difference between the two of you, is that you actually enjoy being single and alone, and they absolutely fucking hate it. So, I mean, I guess we'll see how this all plays out. But, you know, as far as like them, like living the single life is concerned, it doesn't look like they like it. Okay. They don't find it to be fun at all. You know, it's like they much rather, you know, be with you than to, you know, be out here, you know, single and stuff like that. I also feel like when they're single, they lack direction in their life, as well as like meaning and purpose in it. But when this person's in a relationship, it's like they feel like they have meaning and they have purpose and they have direction now. You're just different. Like, you're just a whole nother breed. Like, I feel like when you're single and alone, or even when you're in a relationship, it's like you don't lack direction. You know where you're going, and you know what you want, and you know what you're doing. You see what I mean? I only feel like they gain like direction and meaning and purpose in their life when they have someone in it. You, on the other hand, it's like, regardless of a person's in your life or not, like, you have meaning, you have purpose, you have direction, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing. You see what I mean? Regardless if you're in a relationship or not. So you guys are kind of different in a lot of different ways. But well, let's see. How does Cancer feel? Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands, and then we also have the Tower out here. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. We got the Knight of Swords, and then we also have the Four of Swords, and then we have the King of Pentacles to the Emperor. Okay. Well, I feel like you guys were like involved with one another for years. There's no way that you guys weren't, because It looks like they started this relationship with you as, you know, off as a King of Wands like energy. And throughout the course of their relationship with you, you know, they've definitely changed. I will give them that. Yeah, I will definitely give them that because they start the relationship with you off as a King of Wands. We see them show up as a King of Swords and a King of Cups. So it looks like this person has definitely matured being with you. Which, I mean, makes freaking sense why this person has definitely matured being with you. I mean, you did show up as a Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is like the pre-Empress card. You know what I mean? So, you know, an Empress is somebody who is very mature, very, very mature, especially for their age. They also have a lot going for themselves. You know, they're very responsible. They have a good head on their shoulder, you know, so it makes sense as to why this person has definitely matured significantly, you know, being with you. But I am getting that this person has definitely changed a lot throughout the course of their relationship with you, but they have definitely changed for the better anyways. In regards to how you're currently feeling, okay? I don't feel like you're shocked or surprised that this person is contacting you, nor do I think that you're shocked and surprised that this person wants to work things out with you. You're not shocked or surprised by any of this, okay? I feel like you kind of knew that eventually this would happen, that you would eventually hear from them. Now, here's the thing. With the Queen of Cups to the Four of Swords coming out here, I feel like when it comes down to like giving this person another chance, a lot of you feel like you're just gonna compromise, like, everything if you were to turn around and give this person another chance. Like, you feel like you're going to compromise your happiness if you give this person another chance. You feel like you're going to compromise, like, you know, your peace and your sanity if you were to turn around and give this person, you know, another chance. Don't get me wrong, I feel like this is somebody that you still have a lot of love for. This is somebody that you still care for deeply. So I don't see you telling them yes, but I also don't see you telling them no. I just kind of see you weighing out the pros and the cons here. Like, is it really worth me revisiting, or is it not worth me revisiting? I do see them showing up as a King of Cups now. So then there's that. Like, I feel like this person's going to be better than like what they were, you know, when you obviously left this person. Like, they're going to be like a more like improved version of themselves. I am definitely getting that they will, because you showed up basically as an Empress. What you want is an Emperor. Realistically speaking, this person's coming back as a King of Cups like energy. So that's kind of telling me that this person has matured. I wouldn't say that this person has matured significantly, like, you know what I mean? But I feel like you're going to notice a significant change within their energy. I mean, there's granted, there's still certain things that they need to work on, because there's levels to this. We have the King of Wands that comes out first. We have the King of Swords that follows, and that's when we get the King of Cups status. After the King of Cups comes the King of Pentacles to the Emperor. What you want is an Emperor in your life. Somebody that you can rely on, somebody that you can depend on, somebody who, you know, is responsible, somebody who is, you know, mature. Like, I feel like the list goes on and on in regards to like what you truly want and desire. And it kind of looks like you know, for the most part, they have made a lot of, let me rewind and say that they have made a lot of improvements throughout the years, is kind of what I'm getting. They definitely have. Granted, I'm not going to sit here and say that this person is now the man or the woman of your dreams, because I'm not going to sit here and say that. I feel like they're close to being the man or the woman of your dreams, but I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say that they actually are right now, like the man or the woman of your dreams. It kind of looks like there's still some work that needs to be done. But I feel like they will come back like a more improved version of themselves. I am getting that. I mean, to go from a King of Swords to a King of Cups, I mean, that's pretty impressive. You know what I mean? Maybe like, in the past, this person played a lot of head games. Maybe in the past, this person was operating from a place of ego and pride. You know what I mean? Well, this time around, I don't see this person operating from a place of ego and pride. You know, I don't see this person playing these little damn games anymore. You see? So you're going to notice a significant change for sure, you know, within their energy. But are they still going to be everything that you want and desire? I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say all of that. There's still some work that needs to be done nonetheless. So in other words, you wouldn't be accepting the same man you walked away from, or the same woman that you walked away from. You will be accepting a more improved version, in other words, is what I'm getting. How does this person currently feel? Okay. You know, another thing too. I feel like the primary reason why this person's also back is because they don't necessarily feel like they're ever going to find anyone better than you, especially in this damn day and age. They don't. They don't think that they're ever going to find someone better than you. They don't feel like they're ever going to find somebody who's actually worth, you know, their time, their energy, their investment. Like with you, it's like they look at you as somebody who's worth fighting for. They look at you as somebody who's worth their time, worth their investment, worth their energy. You see what I mean? I will give them that though. I feel like since this person got involved with you, like, yeah, I am getting that. Like since this person got involved with you, I feel like this person has definitely made a lot of changes, and I feel like this person definitely has made a lot of, you know, improvements. Granted, I mean, you know, are they everything that you want them to be or need them to be as of right now? No. Maybe this person needs to work on their communication skills. That's a possibility. Maybe this person needs to work on, you know, stop, you know, constantly operating from a place of ego and pride, because the King of Swords is somebody who's very big on ego, and they're very big on like ego and pride. They typically allow their ego and their pride to call the shots in their life. Not only that, but the King of Swords sometimes isn't the best at communicating. But the King of Cups, it's quite the opposite. You know, the King of Cups is somebody who's operating from a place of love. A King of Cups is somebody who, you know, knows how to communicate effectively, unlike the King of Swords. So again, there's going to be improvement there for sure, and you're going to definitely notice that, Cancer, if you were to accept this person back into your life all over again. But I mean, they can't really picture or fathom their life without you, nor do they want to. But it has a lot to do with the whole them feeling like they're never going to find anyone better than you. That kind of has them, you know, obviously coming back, you know, in hopes that they can be able to fix and repair things here with you. What actions? Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, Cancer. I don't see you taking this person back, but I don't see you telling them no either, okay? I just kind of feel like you can't help but to kind of like think back on how things used to be between the two of you, you know, like how they used to operate from a place of ego and pride, and how they used to walk around like they didn't really give a damn about you or their relationship with you and things of that nature. And you can't help but to essentially feel like if you were to accept this person back into your life all over again, you're just going to find yourself dealing with the same old all over again. And that's not something that you want to continue to deal with. The only thing that I can tell you is that as far as them operating from a place of ego and pride, this time around, I'm not getting that from this person. Like, because again, they're going from a King of Swords to a King of Cups. So there's going to be improvement there as far as like their communication is concerned. As far as like the head games and shit and the whole them playing games, there's improvement in that department as well. And I can't take that away from them. When it comes down to masculine energies, one thing that I've noticed about masculine energies, I guess we could say the same for feminine energies too, but specifically with masculine energies are only going to change for the one. They're not going to just change for whoever. Like no. They're only going to change for the one. And it looks like since this person has got with you, they've definitely changed significantly is kind of what I'm getting. So that's kind of telling me that when you guys essentially met one another, they may have lacked a lot that you're looking for within a person, and they made it their mission and priority to work on that. And it kind of looks like they have. But it kind of looks like you've also got disappointed along the way because they're still not measuring up to like your expectations and or standards. And that could have caused the relationship between the two of you to go left because of that. But I do have to give it to them because it's showing up in their energy that they have put a lot of time, energy, and effort towards improving themselves for the sake of not wanting to lose you, but for the sake of their, you know, relationship with you as well. Masculine energies, they only change for the one. They only change for the one. That's the only person that they're going to change for. And it looks like they have definitely changed a lot. Okay, let's see. All All right, so in regards to how, interesting. In regards to how this person plans on moving forward, it looks, God, how do I say this? Like, it looks like you just kind of want to see where this goes between you and this person before you, tell this person like, okay, yeah, let's come back together and let's make this relationship, work out, right? It just kind of looks like you want to see if this person has actually changed or not. And depending on whether or not this person has actually changed or not will determine, if you do want to get back with this person or not. And it kind of looks like this person doesn't mind, proving themselves to you, which is it's a really, really good sign that they don't mind proving themselves, to you. So however you want to play this, they'll turn around and, give in and just do what you say and go about this entire situation the way that you essentially see fit. Because I don't see this person putting up a fight whatsoever. So if you tell this person in order for the two of you to get back together, they have to really prove to you that they've actually changed. And depending on whatever you discover will determine whether or not you take this person back. It kind of looks like they're okay with it. It's kind of like, yo, whatever you say, I will do whatever the fuck you say, Cancer, to get you back. I will literally do whatever you say. You want me to do this? Okay, I'll do this. You want me to do that? Okay, I'll do that too. Like, at this point, they're willing to basically do whatever you want them to do, basically. Here's one thing that I will say, and I feel like the only reason why you're doing this is because you're just playing it safe. So it looks like when you got involved with this person, you were basically an Empress and they were like a King of Wands like energy. So that's kind of telling me that when you got involved with this person, you really gave this person your all. You gave this person the best version of yourself. Like, you went all out when it came down to this person, your relationship with them. I don't see you doing that this time around. Like, I don't see you going all out. And I feel like, it's just you just trying to play it safe. Like, you don't want to turn around and, give this person, your relationship with this person, your all, just to get disappointed again. You're not trying to do that. But I feel like this is just you just kind of like playing it safe. Nothing more, nothing less. But the bottom of the deck, we do have the Sun, we do have the World, and then we also have the we have the Six of Cups. Even though you guys are not officially, back together because they still have to prove themselves, they kind of feel like it's only a matter of time before you guys do get back together. I just feel like this person's really happy that you're giving them a chance. Like, this is kind of like, like the epitome of them lining up like a Christmas tree. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this person's just like happy that you guys are at least like working towards improving things with one another. I just feel like this person's just, glad that you're giving them a chance, even though technically speaking, you guys are not back together. It just kind of looks like you need some time to really figure out if they have changed. But I think that you're going to be really impressed by the change that this person has essentially made, is what I'm getting. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading.